who sat and watched my infant head when sleeping on my cradle bed, and tears of sweet affection shed, my mother. And can I ever cease to be affectionate and kind to thee, who was so very kind to me, my mother? When thou art feeble, old and grey, my healthy arm shall be thy stay, and I will soothe thy pains away, my mother. No doubt, all across the globe, the words of Anne Taylor of blessed memory on the importance of mothers remain evergreen and indelible. Across boundaries, colors, languages, ethnicities, social status, and individual differences, nobody could have agreed less with the summation of the gods called mothers, as woven in Anne's ageless poem, My Mother.
Mama's cooking. Let's help her. Wait! My mama says before touching food, you should wash your hands with soap.
But my hands are clean.
Can't see germs, but they're everywhere.
Look under special blue light. To protect against germs, I recommend regularly use soap. Safeguard removes millions of germs, and additionally, it inhibits regrowth of germs that might cause skin rashes for hours.
That is why me, mommy, daddy, and my brother regularly use Safeguard.
Supported by the African Medical Association.
So what's the matter with you, little Mary?
She's not sleeping well, doctor. And she's so cranky in the mornings.
And how is she feeding?
She's got a good appetite. Touch wood.
Then maybe it's her diaper making her wet.
But a diaper doesn't leak.
It's not only about leakage. A diaper can feel dry on the outside but could still be wet inside.
Oh, that could be why she doesn't sleep well.
And that's why I recommend Pampers, because they keep your baby dry.
Pampers locks wetness away from your baby's skin by turning it into gel.
With Pampers, you'll sleep peacefully, little Mary, so she'll be ready to shine every morning.
Endorsed by Pediatric Association of Nigeria.
All over Nigeria, Ariel claims to give us the best stain removal in one wash. So we'll collect tough stains, red sand, fruit juice, chocolate ice cream, and test Ariel versus the other premium detergent in Nigeria to see which gives the best stain removal in one wash. We'll wash one half with Ariel and the other with the other premium detergent. So did the other premium detergent remove the stains? No! And Ariel? Yes! So it's true, Ariel does provide the best stain removal in one wash in Nigeria. Ariel, best stain removal in one wash.
It's your mouth that gives you your best smile. That's why your mouth deserves Oral-B Pro Health All-Round Protection. It protects you against bacteria, plaque, and gum problems that could lead to tooth loss. Oral-B Pro Health All-Round Protection.
Names?
I'm Divine.
She never looks back,
But not on those days.
I'm Vanessa.
She likes to move it. But not on those days.
Today, no more issues, cause tissues always lots of liquid inside, up to 8 hours. No stain, no check. I'm in a no check mode. I move anyhow, always. I'm unstoppable, always. I'm full speed ahead. I'm a fast forward, always. I'm a front runner. I'm a hot stepper. I am. Stay happy, always.
Always by P&G, everyday quality brand.
Plenty sweetie, sweetie, plenty sweetie, just the perfect blend of flavor and aroma. Sweetie, plenty sweetie.
Last week, we shared two extraordinary stories of sacrifices and selflessness with you on this show. We asked you to make your choice for the potential supermom. Nigerians have voted, And the winner for last week's episode is...
Tell me you could feel like my mama. Hey, oh. Tell me you could feel like my mama, yeah, yeah. I want to buy moto.
Womanhood stands for all that is pure, clean, and noble. It is woman who rocks the cradle of the world and holds the first affection of mankind. She possesses the power beyond that of a king. The only love I really believe in is the mother love for her children. Hello and welcome to another tantalizing episode of Supermom reality TV show. My name is Doris Simeon and I am a proud mother. On today's episode of the show, we're going to be sharing two unique stories involving Mr. Peter Eze Onoha and Mr. Abdulateef Adekombi, who sacrificed so much for their children to succeed. Trust me, this is a reality you have never experienced before. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's still the Supermom Season 5. My dad, my Supermom.
For a lot of children, in the days of shortfalls and excesses, their fathers will forever remain their heroes, their teachers, their brothers, and their friends. These types of fathers are very unique among men, but today's episode is set to unveil two examples of these fathers who defied hunger in the period of modest luxury so that their children could have something to eat. Welcome to this mind-blowing episode of Supermom reality show. Supermom Season 5, Episode 5 will be celebrating Abdulateef Adekombi and Peter Eze Onoha. What sets Abdulateef apart from many fathers is his total disregard of his own comfort in the event of his children's happiness. Once his children are contented, nothing else matters at all. Abdulateef was born in Ibuwon, Ekpe local government area of Lagos State on the 2nd of November, 1951.
I am Abdulateef Adekombi. I was born in Ibuwon, Ekpe in Lagos State, in the year 1951, 2nd of November.
He grew up in Ekpetedo area of Lagos Island, where he attended his primary and secondary schools. He started working as a firefighter in 1974. A year after he started working, he lost his father and all his responsibilities were passed on to him.
I grew up in Lagos State, in Ekpetedo, Lagos Island, where I schooled at Adeoshodi Memorial Baptist School. I graduated in 1965 and later went to Mayflower School under Dr. Tai Sholari, after which I started work as a fireman.
In 1974,
God gave me 4 children. I got married late because my father died early.
1975.
They say money is the root of all evil. This popular saying came to pass with Abdulateef when things were down. It was indeed a period he so much desired the support of his second voice. Instead, her decision was typical of an individual who was not ready to lend any helping hand. She decided to leave her husband.
She just packed out.
My wife packed out in 1992, leaving me with 4 children that included a 1-year-old and 2-month-old baby. My salary was nothing to write home about then, and she just felt she can't stand it anymore. She wants to move on. After being through a lot together for almost 6 years, and God has answered us, let us train them together. The day she was to pack out of the house, she had already arranged with the transporter in the area I called my children together and we prayed to God, asking Him for what we want, and she left. But our younger sister, who was my wife's lookalike, always come around to check on the children herself. My youngest child cries a lot. I had to go meet my wife where she moved to and pleaded with her that even if she won't come back, take the little one with you for a while. She cries a lot and she doesn't even allow me to sleep, and I will go to work. But she didn't respond to me. I had to call my mother in Ijebu.
Life was not the same like before for Abdul Latif. He had to think of not only where to get money to take care of his children, but how to monitor their care.
It cost me my post. I was in the admin department, but the director closes 7 p.m. and we cannot leave before him. And I need to get home early so I can take proper care of my children to buy what we will eat. I was now moved to operations department. Even if I have any quality to progress at work, it affected me directly or indirectly.
Indirectly or directly.
He combined the struggle of thriving at work and running his home without a wife. He realized that he had to broaden his knowledge of home management. He also acquired certain skills to solve his children's needs and problems.
My name is Nofisa Talikombi. I am 25 years old. I am the third child of my family. I have 2 older brothers. The first child is Abdulaziz Adekombi. The second one is Abdulkabir Adekombi. And my younger sister is Aminat Adekombi. I come from Lagos State, Epe local government. You will make sure that we are inside, even though he's not at home then, because I know that if he comes back and meets us outside, there will be trouble. And all those things he did was actually the things that shaped us into who we are today.
I remember then when I closed for the day's work, I will make a quick stop at the market to buy everything we will need at home. For a man to get home and his food is served on the table was not for me anymore, and my children must eat. I will first pick the beans, after which I will cook. After eating around 6:30 to 7 p.m., they will go for the Arabic school.
That's my baby.
Abdulaziz, ẹ jẹun kó tán, ẹ jàkàrà sí. Nofisa ó yá jẹun, ẹ jẹ́ kẹ́ yó.
As he struggled on to care for his children, one day remained unforgettable in his life. That day, he came home with little money he could get from that day's work. It was not much, but they must improvise to make it worthwhile. The idea of matching beans with Gary surfaced as the last solution, but something terrible happened.
Beans, as at that time, we will mix it with Gary and also soak the Gary and drink. That is how I train my children. Because we don't like going out to eat. That is why I adopted the system of always grinding pepper and buy fish to preserve it in the freezer. Within a few minutes, I finished cooking.
A day when he sent my second brother to buy a derica of beans, and my brother lost the money. Then my brother came home to tell him that the money was lost and everything. Then I actually saw my dad crying. He couldn't even beat my brother because he said that was the last money on him. That day, I didn't know how he did it, but then we didn't go to sleep hungry that night.
What's the matter? Why are you crying? Where is the beans? And the money?
I've lost the money.
As a Muslim, Abdul Latif always followed his religious practice. It was a common knowledge that a Muslim must kill a ram during the festive period of Eid al-Kabir. Abdul Latif has been observing this rite for ages until one particular festive period, he was forced to choose from killing one for his family or paying their school fees.
Even when I got into 100 level, my school fees was 45,000 naira then. I remember it was the money my dad intended to use to buy a ram for Ileya that he gave to me. He had to wrap the money inside a black nylon. Although I was still thinking like, why did he have to do that? Like, I'm not a baby, I can't lose the money or something. But he asked me not to remove the money from the nylon. Then he made sure he called his younger brother to come to my school to meet me. But then I think to him, the Ileya, my education is much more important than the Ileya, and I appreciate him for that.
Doing good business. You see this? This is for your school fees.
Thanks,
Make sure you go pay them tomorrow.
sir.
We thank Almighty Allah. But sit down. I have to tell you something. We won't be able to kill any ram for this year's Ileya. I know this is sad, but I had to use the money for the ram for your school fees. We can miss the ram, but we cannot miss the school fees. I can assure you, we are going to kill a big ram next year. That's my daughter.
When he was told about the sudden death of his wife, Abdul Latif could not hold back his tears. The years of being together were not easy for him to forget, despite her abandoning him during the period he needed her support so much.
Just
October 29th, 1998.
1998.
They told me in my office at Ikeja Fire Station, opposite General Hospital, that my wife is dead. How did you come about this information? I asked. They told me our station at a radio station at Ikeja knew about the news. I drove down. I shed tears that I never thought I would shed in my life again. I entered into the office. My boss consoled me while crying. I slept off from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. until they came to wake me that it was time to go home.
Abdul Latif, it's time to go home, Abdul Latif. Yeah, I need to go home. Time to go home. Yeah, is it time?
So she's dead. Just like that.
So you are still concerned about her?
Shouldn't I? She was my wife, remember?
Listen to yourself. She was your wife. Just listen to yourself.
Even if watching this was bad, she was the mother of my children.
Well, she's dead. I think you stopped crying. You cried till you slept off here. Let's go, Jamalo.
How to tell my children?
It amazed Abdul Latif that his wife's relatives would make such big fuss about his decision of his children paying the last respect to their mother. He finally traveled with his children to their mother's village where she was buried.
I didn't care that she died and they buried her without informing me. I still traveled to our village with my children.
It was a torturous day.
It was a sad day for me because it was not a very good day. Because from my hometown to our home is very far and bushy. Very, very far. The one that could walk, walked, and I carried the rest. When we got there, we were not welcome. They didn't allow us in. I cried with my kids. Nobody told me it would lead to death. I just heard she was healed. Finally, they allowed us to see her. And we were led to her grave by a little girl.
The struggle to survive continued, pushing up at one time and soft pedaling at times. The struggle to cater for his children, the struggle to make life meaningful for them, the struggle to give them everything they need and want in life. Indeed, the struggle continued.
It got to a stage that all my children became infected with chicken pox. It was a terrible time for my 4 children. That experience was alien to me. I never had the experience because I was a novice. I used the same tool for all the 4 children. I was later told I shouldn't be using the same tool for them. But I was not financially buoyant to buy more tools. Even when I'm through bathing them, I'll take the last born to my mother's place. All the knowledge I have about chicken pox, I will pluck bitter leaves in houses in my area.
Where
they are, Yakadida, I don't know what is wrong with them. It was this one that first got sick. I tried to treat him, but now the rest are sick.
Subhanallah. And they have the same diseases.
Ya Subhanallah. The same diseases?
It's chickenpox, of course. Do they use some things together, like sponge or towel?
Yes. They all use one towel.
Subhanallah. No wonder. That's the cause of the disease. And these days, we just need to be very careful about all these diseases. Sorry, my kids.
Sorry.
May Allah heal you.
Amen.
Sorry.
Abdul Latif's dream was to see his children through when it comes to their education by paying their school fees regularly. But he believed he had failed somehow when his daughter came home one day having got pregnant.
I remember my last child. That was a year plus when her mother left.
6 years
after the mother's death in 1998. She was between 7 and 9 years old.
7 years plus.
When I retired in 2009, she was attending Orimu Model College in Bokuta. When she graduated, she got pregnant. But you knew what we are going through in the house. Why this? When we found out, it was a classmate who was responsible.
You are pregnant. Amina, when I'm struggling for all of you to become somebody, all you can reward me with is this your pregnancy. What did you want from me that I did not give to you?
Daddy, please.
You disappointed me. Wallahi. Really disappointed me.
The death of his boss at work almost sent him to his own grave at a period. He was on his way to his boss's house to pay the family condolence visit when he got an accident along the way. He was promptly rushed to the hospital. Much unfortunately for him, it was a period where the doctors were on strike.
I was called that my boss, who hired me, and my mentor had died on a Sunday. I was looking at myself, and people were using axe to cut my car just to rescue me. And it was during the doctors' nationwide strike. We were dumped in the hospital.
Please, madam, what can we do? You have been sitting up for some time here now. We are no longer strangers here.
Look, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm only a cleaner here.
But the doctors have been on strike close to 2 months now. Can't anyone help us? My father is in pain.
My dear, I feel your pains. But the doctors will not go back to work except the government pay them their money.
My God. They vow to save lives. If this man dies, they have disputed their vows.
Who do we blame? Is it the government that has refused to pay their money? Or the doctors who have refused to go to work as protest?
He was eventually taken to a private hospital in Abeokuta, Ogun State, where he was given medical attention. He began to recuperate gradually. He was still on his sickbed when his daughter rushed down to give him the good news about her admission.
When I was receiving medication in Abeokuta, I was called upon in Abeokuta that my daughter had been given admission into Moshood Abiola Polytechnic. I was happy. I was so happy because God works in different ways. That's where I thought of telling my children my ATM pin. Because if I have a wife, she will take good care of my children and will also be checking on me in the hospital. But I was happy for her, so it was God who saved me from death. I had to tell them to withdraw 25,000 naira to pay for the acceptance fee.
I thank God. You have done well. I am proud of you. I'm very happy you finally got admission into the university. Are you not happy, Nafisa?
I'm happy. But the clearance will soon close.
So what are you waiting for? Take this. You know my pin. Go get the fee for the clearance. We'll talk about the rest later.
But Bami, what about your health? You will need money to pay for the bills and buy drugs.
Nafisa, Allah will find a way for us later. Right now, go get the money and pay the fees.
But Bami, I wonder how life will be without you.
Nafisa, I wonder what life will be without you too, my children. It's okay.
Austerity will surely smile down on certain fathers that persevered and dared the biting cold so that their children could wear a garment of joy. They had been able to break down the doors of steel and the mountain of stone so that their children could walk through without any blockage. Such a father is Abdul Latif Adekombi.
Madly, from the very depth of my heart and on behalf of my siblings,
I want you to know that we appreciate everything you've been doing for us from the beginning and for everything you did for us and things we did that you are not happy with. It's just circumstances that warrant it, and I pray that every suffering you have been through over with the children, God will not let it be in vain. Very soon, we will begin to do good things for you, and God will continue to bless my brothers, myself, and my younger sister. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Mama's cooking. Let's help her. Wait! My mama says before touching food, you should wash your hands with soap.
But my hands are clean.
Can't see germs, but they're everywhere.
Look under special blue light. To protect against germs, I recommend regularly use soap. Safeguard removes millions of germs and additionally it inhibits regrowth of germs that might cause skin rashes for hours.
That is why me, mommy, daddy, and my brother regularly use Safeguard.
Supported by the African Medical Association.
So what's the matter with you, little Mary? She's not sleeping well, doctor. And she's so cranky in the mornings.
And how is she feeding?
She's got a good appetite. Touch wood.
Then maybe it's her diaper making her wet.
But a diaper doesn't leak.
It's not only about leakage. A diaper can feel dry on the outside but could still be wet inside.
Oh, that could be why she doesn't sleep well.
And that's why I recommend Pampers, because they keep your baby dry.
Pampers locks wetness away from your baby's skin by turning it into gel.
With Pampers, you'll sleep peacefully, little Mary, so she'll be ready to shine every morning.
Endorsed by Pediatric Association of Nigeria.
All over Nigeria, Ariel claims to give us the best stain removal in one wash. So we'll collect tough stains, red sand, fruit juice, chocolate ice cream, and test Ariel versus the other premium detergent in Nigeria to see which gives the best stain removal in one wash. We'll wash one half with Ariel and the other with the other premium detergent. So did the other premium detergent remove these stains? No! And Ariel? Yes! So it's true, Ariel does provide the best stain removal in one wash in Nigeria. Ariel, best stain removal in one wash.
It's your mouth that gives you your best smile. That's why your mouth deserves Oral-B Pro Health All-Round Protection. It protects you against bacteria, plaque, and gum problems that could lead to tooth loss. Oral-B Pro Health All-Round Protection.
Names? I'm Divine. She never looks back, but not on those days. I'm Vanessa. She likes to move it, but not on those days.
Today, no more issues because tissues always lock the liquid inside up to 8 hours. No stain, no check. I'm in a no check mode. I move anyhow, always. I'm unstoppable, always. I'm full speed ahead. I'm a fast forward, always. I'm a front runner. I'm a hot stepper. I am. Stay happy, always.
Always by P&G, everyday quality brand.
Hunger.
Plenty sweetie, hunger, sweetie, plenty sweetie, hunger. Just a perfect blend of flavor and aroma. Hunger, sweetie, plenty sweetie.
Peter Ezeonoha hails from Uhuala. Udo is in the Ite East local government area of Imo State. He got married and was blessed with 5 children.
My name is Peter Ezeonoha. Yes, I'm from Mbise. Udo in Mbise, isn't it East? Well, I'm here in Aban. During the time when I left here, 1994.
The effort to live through life's ordeals made him a very strong businessman to reckon with. He came down to the east from Minna when his children were growing up, managing the health of his wife who lost her job after marriage, and that of his children's upbringing has been the essence of his survival struggle.
When that time of Onitsha market at the head bridge catch fire, so it affected me. That time I was selling lumber materials at the head bridge, Port Harcourt Road. That was why I left to Niger State. As that time the fire finished, all my things were bonfire, all what I used to sell. By that time I have only 2 children. My first daughter and my second son. With my wife, we left from Onitsha to Minna, Niger State. Then at the time they stopped my wife work. Then I said I cannot continue. Hence, my wife is not working. It's better to me to go back to my home. So it's from there we come back to Aba.
Businesses were at stagnant pace when he relocated back to the east in Onitsha. From his village in Imo and then Aba, his strive to make ends meet for his family continued.
I'm Kelechi Abakuru by name, an indigene of Ugwala Udo, Ezinite local government in Imo State. I'm from a family of 5 siblings. My both parents are alive, to the glory of God today. My dad has been a traveler from time go, and my mom, she was a civil servant with the Nigerian Army in Minna, but she lost her job a few years after she got married to my father. So they had to come back to the east from Minna, Niger State. And ever since, my dad has been the one fending for the family.
Aba Market was at its celebrated height when he joined the wagon of traders in the place. Gradually, life, luck and fate began to smile down on him with wealth and affluence. Then an unexpected incident happened.
So on my way coming, that time my children were small. It was a little dark. So it's something like snow. It was dry season like this. So the driver could not see very well. We run inside that one trailer park. It was a fantastic accident. So you can see my hand here. That was when I got this accident. The police people came there and carried us to the hospital, general hospital.
It was a serious accident. We were thrown apart, the car went in pieces. Different people, different places. It was about a night period. And I still could imagine the incident, how different voices were crying from different places in the bush, and my dad was scrambling about, looking for all of us. I think I was the last that they picked up. He happened to wrap his head and jumped off the bus and the truck actually, and somehow he survived it. The car actually did crash and people sustained injuries. You know, my mom still keeps on blaming him for jumping up because for her it was more risky than to stay in there, but that's the kind of man he is, you know. And there is a mark on my father's hand. Till today it is still there. I think that was when he sustained the injury. You will see his hand, the bone here, as if it is protruding out.
But why did you do that? Why now?
I had no choice than to jump from the vehicle.
Jump from the truck? Do you want to kill yourself?
Well, yeah. Let's just thank God that I survived.
Well, we thank God. Sorry, eh?
Eze would wake up early to clean the house as he cooked food for the whole family. He would wake up his children, bath them, fed them, and clothe them in the school uniform. He would take them to school before coming back to take care of his wife too for a long time. This had been Eze's daily routines that he embraced with passion and love for his family.
Because I cannot sleep if I do not call my children, because I like to hear from them. Even now they are not here, All of them, I call them every day.
But there came this particular time, for which reason I feel it worthy to celebrate my dad. My mother has been the housewife, she's there at home, but my dad is the one going up, coming down, making sure that our upkeep, our education, everything is moving on.
The fact that he was soft to his children had a reversal one time when he beat them. It took him days to forgive himself for that experience. He had to treat them to a trip to see some of their cousins in another town before they could live over it and to also make it up to them. Thereafter, he sat them down to some home truths.
You know, when I beat them, you know, children, they used to mess up at times. With that anger, I beat them. They stay a place crying. So later, I felt bad of them. I had a pity. I said, why should I beat my children like this? I want them to be happy with me again. Then I took them out. We go out and buy something in the hotel. I took them all around, make them happy again. We'll come back home.
He wouldn't let us do things that others casually do. He's a well-principled person. But then, when we come to offend him, you know, he doesn't spare us. He doesn't spare us, yeah. He makes it hard for us. That doesn't mean that he doesn't love us.
I wanted to say that day, that time.
That particular day.
Yeah.
That particular day we were at home and he wouldn't let us do things that others casually do. He's a well-principled person. But then, when we come to offend him, you know, he doesn't spare us. He doesn't spare us, yeah. He makes it hard for us. That doesn't mean that he doesn't love us.
I wanted to say that day, that time.
That particular day.
Yeah.
That particular day we were at home and I'm trying to remember exactly what it is we did.
It's pained me, but I realized I have to beat you. Not out of pleasure of it, but to correct you. Now I must stop beating you. But you must first of all promise me that you won't do anything that will provoke beating again. Will you promise me that?
Yes, Dad.
Yes, Dad.
Good.
When one of his children, Kelechi, had terrible malaria, Eze made sure he had his eyes on him. He monitored his sickness so much that whenever he noticed its signs, he would quickly rush him down to the hospital where the boy would be promptly taken care of.
My son was sick, this little boy Kelechi. Then I came home. That time he used to feel this malaria. And when that type of malaria comes, his hair will be brown. So when I see it, I would take him to hospital. At times I used to carry him at my back. Where I used to carry them go was our family doctor.
But one day the sickness struck in the middle of the night. Even though the general hospital was far from him, he quickly took him to a hospital nearby for prompt medical attention.
He's a very caring man. I remember, like, when I was young, I used to suffer this hepatitis B. But something happened one day. The sickness struck me at night. And the hospital, the nearest hospital there is a family hospital. and it was about 2 kilometers away from our house. Luckily for me, my dad is there. So then I was almost growing up. I'm already growing. I think I should be 18 and above then. And my dad, he had to back me, you know, from the house. He had to move all that distance that night.
Eze was not satisfied with the hospital service. What's more, his son has been lying in bed reeling in pains, yet no significant effort was made to help him avail the pains.
He left after the doctor has, you know, talked about his bills and all that. So he left to go and look for the money to bring.
Boss, please, where is the doctor? I need a doctor. My son, I need to see a doctor. Where is the doctor? My son is... Doctor, thank God. Please, you need to hurry up. You need to come and see him.
Calm down.
He has been lying there for a long time. Please.
Calm down, gentleman. Alright?
Alright.
Please, I will join you soon.
Alright.
Please, I need to attend to some other...
Please, you need to hurry. He's in pain.
I will join you so soon, alright? If you'll excuse me.
By the time Eze rushed back to his son's room in the hospital, he met him in a state of hallucinations, calling out members of the family's name one after the other to bid them goodbye.
While I was lying down there, they were all looking at me. For them, I was sleeping, but I was already gone. So, I was actually seeing myself. You know, it was like our compound. We have this large compound. The house is at the extreme, and then we have a gate in front. So, I was walking towards, it was like a trance. I was walking towards the gate and I was telling everybody goodbye. I called my brother's name. Said, Nameka, bye-bye. Choma, bye-bye. Mommy, bye-bye. You know, I was telling everybody goodbye, and she called me. She said, Kelechuku. That's what she calls me. As I was saying the goodbye, I was actually speaking it out. You know, in the hospital there beside her. So somehow, you know, there's an extent your mother will call, even when you don't feel like answering. You just reluctantly answer.
Kelechi! You this moment. Kelechi! Oh, my dream.
Daddy, bye-bye.
You're missing, but you're always my heartbeat.
Come back here. Where are you going?
Eze was on fire and he was ready to kill or be killed simply for his child's survival. He left the hospital in a hurry after he told the doctor that if anything happened to his son, he would show them his worth.
As we reached there, the doctor was not there. We met a nurse there who was in charge, and they gave him a wrong injection. So the boy started to talk, mess up, talk. I was highly annoyed. I asked them to look for the doctor for me. If I did not see the doctor, I will patrol this place and finish everybody.
He actually bought a keg of fuel, you know, went around the hospital, poured it around. They were like trying to stop him, that he was going to set the whole place ablaze. His son was at least alive before he got to the hospital. So while this situation, and there was panic everywhere, I was going to burn down the hospital.
If anything happened to my son, I'm going to burn down this place and myself.
Oh, please, young man, just take it easy, alright? We have been attending to your son since.
And how is he?
Nurse!
He's responding to treatment.
I need to see him now.
No, you can't go in there. You can't just go in there with this bottle with your hand. You can't go in there.
You can't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I want to go inside and know the truth, or I burn down this place.
Please.
In fact, I'm going.
No. Please, just drop this. No, just take it. Please. Please, young man, your son is alive. Please, it's okay.
As a means of survival, Eze began to travel to Italy, where he hawked things and sent the money he got there down to Nigeria for his family's upkeep. His children began to grow up, got admission into the universities, and they were doing great. He came back to Nigeria with a terrible illness.
I went to overseas. I stayed in Italy for up to 18 years. We are looking for my children's benefit. When I stayed, I went back. When I was feeling bad here, I was feeling kidney problem. All my body, I was swell up. So nobody here to rescue me due to I have what they call their sojourn. Then I went back there. During that time, my children, all of them are schooling. They were in school.
Even when the major surgery was repeated 3 times on Eze in Italy, he still went on to hawk, just so his children would not lack.
As it were, it wasn't very successful. In any case, he didn't relent. I remember he made us a promise that though he didn't pass through the university, he didn't go so much into academics. I think he just has only O level. But he made a promise that we all shall pass through the university, 4 walls of the university. And I'm glad that today he lived up to it.
While I was on the street carrying my goods, going up and down if I can make money and send to my children. So even when the snow was falling, when there is snow, I used to go out at times. So at times the doctors will come, they will not see me. When I come back, they will continue to question me.
The doctors have diagnosed the cause. It's kidney stone.
Oh.
Stop crying. It's all right. I will go back to Italy for... I will be all right. I will be all right. Remember, I promise you that I will always see you through your education no matter what. Try to fulfill that promise. Yeah?
It has been a life of struggle, a life of toiling so hard for the love of his children. It was indeed this love that had allotted him a lifetime illness. Yet, Eze believes that if it is for his children, it was well worth it.
So Big Daddy, I remember everything you've done for me, for us, your children. You are a great man. I'm glad and I appreciate you. I'm happy. I can proudly say, my dad, you are my supermom.
Nigeria Supermom Season 5 is in town. It's a celebration of our mothers. The Supermom Season 5. My dad, my Supermom.
Mama's cooking. Let's help her. Wait! My mama says before touching food, you should wash your hands with soap.
But my hands are clean.
Can't see germs, but they're everywhere.
Look under special blue light. To protect against germs, I recommend regularly used soap. Safeguard removes millions of germs, and additionally, it inhibits regrowth of germs that might cause skin rashes for hours.
That is why me, mommy, daddy, and my brother regularly use Safeguard.
Supported by the African Medical Association.
Hunger.
Plenty sweetie, hunger, sweetie, plenty sweetie, hunger. Just the perfect blend of flavor and aroma. Hunger, sweetie, plenty sweetie.
Growing up for me was eventful and straightforward. After school, it was from one audition to the other, trying to land that movie role that would make me a star. Wow! I came across the next movie star. I was auditioned and was lucky to be amongst the very few that was selected. We went through training and grooming to prepare us for the tasks ahead. I made it into the house of the next movie star, where we spent 30 days. And alas, I was announced the winner! This was a turning point in my acting career. I got a brand new car and several movie and TV roles from Dormitory 8, Mama Bomboy, somewhere down the line. I'm happy I made that choice.
My name is Tamara Etienne, winner of the Next Movie Star 2011. I am living my dreams.
For inquiries and registration, log on to www.thenextmoviestar.tv. The Next Movie Star at 10. Live your dream.
Wow. What a touching story. Life surely knows how to introduce twists in our lives. I hope you have learned one or two things from those lovely, sweet fathers. It is only your vote that can keep them to the next stage in the competition. To vote, send Supermom space your favorite father to 33140, or you go to www.facebook.com/The Supermom Reality Show. Don't forget, life is a bicycle. You must keep moving to gain stability. It's Supermom Season 5. My dad, my Supermom. Good night.
To vote for your favorite father, text SM in capital letters, space, name of preferred father to 33140.
Africa, mama.